Hi, I'm Lisa DiBenedetto of the Internet Wedding Channel. I'm the wedding expert on the Internet Wedding Channel, and we are between the palms with Kristen Davis of Chrissy Hebe Designs. How are you, Kristen?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's New Year's Eve, and we are having a blast today interviewing people at Stylish Impressions in Farmington, Connecticut. Kristen is one of their couture veil designers that comes into the store and actually helps brides make the perfect veil. So tell us a little bit about how you got started in the business.
So it all started when I made my own wedding veil
Okay.
many moons ago. And I just did it because I couldn't find what I was looking for specifically for me. And I just thought, well, I'm going to just take a stab at this and do it. And everybody that saw my veil thought that it was an heirloom piece and was really surprised. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's cool. Maybe I have something here. I have no proper training doing this. It's just kind of one of those things where I just picked up a needle and thread and started sewing, and there you go,
Awesome.
you know. But so from there, it kind of just grew. People were like, you really should do this. You should make a business out of this. And so I did. And here we are.
That's amazing. And so how long have you been in business?
I've been in business for just about 4.5 years doing this.
Wonderful.
It took me a little while from the time that I did my veil to when I decided to go into business. You know, it's kind of a big decision.
Absolutely.
But it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. I love what I do.
And do you find that you do the same veil for two people, or do you find that everybody has a different vision for what they think?
Well, all of my veils are one of a kind. They're couture pieces.
Okay.
I don't duplicate. I can intertwine some ideas of similar veils, but all of my pieces are different. So every bride has their own unique veil. No one will have a veil like theirs.
That's awesome.
I find that there are a lot of elements that the brides want to incorporate that are traditional trends that are happening, but we always put some kind of little tweak to it that makes it very special and unique.
That's wonderful. And would you say that, how long in advance should a bride contact you before her wedding to get started in the process, since it is a couture piece that's made from scratch?
I would say as soon as she has her wedding dress, honestly. You know, depending on the type of veil that she chooses, the planning process can take a little time because they're one-on-one consults that I do with my brides, and I talk about materials and I show them the samples, and we kind of go through the design process together so that they have exactly what they're envisioning, but also where I'm telling them, yes, this can be done or this is not going to look good from my own experience.
Okay.
So I would say as soon as you know what dress you're going to wear and you have it, let's get going.
Okay. And do you find that it's important for brides to give you inspiration, or do you think it's more important for the bride to just sit down with you and tell you more about her wedding day and what her dress looks like?
I would say more about the bride's personality and what she wants to include in the wedding. I think your bridal attire should really represent who you are as a person and how you feel beautiful and comfortable, and also tie in a little bit to your venue, but that shouldn't be your guide, I think.
Okay.
I think what you want to remember is when you look back on your pictures and be like, oh, I still love that. I still love my dress. I still love my veil. And I'm very happy that I did what I did. I can tell you that a lot of the bride's inspirations sometimes come from Pinterest pages, but also they kind of go back and they say, well, my grandmother had this particular veil and I just love it, but it's all yellowed and I'm not sure what I can do. Well, let me look at it. And we maybe can use pieces off of that, which I've done in the past. So
That's awesome.
I've actually deconstructed a mom's wedding dress from 30 years ago and used lace pieces and stuff and reconstructed a brand new veil for the bride. And
That's
so it's a very
amazing.
special heirloom piece. Yeah.
That's wonderful, and everyone can enjoy it, from
Yes.
the mother's wedding and from the daughter's wedding, and
Exactly.
understand how important it is to include tradition into a veil and to the pieces that you're wearing on your wedding day.
Exactly.
Now, I understand you do custom appointments at Stylish Impressions as well.
I do.
How would someone go about making that appointment? Should they call Stylish or should they call you directly?
They can call Stylish and say, I really want to make an appointment with the veil designer, and they can absolutely pass that information on to me and we can set up something else, or they can email me directly and we can set something up. If they can't meet at Stylish Impressions, I'm very flexible, so
Great.
I can also meet them there, but it's easier when if they've bought their dress here, that's even better, because then we can put the dress on and we can you know, really kind of get to town and we can see, because, you know, this is the space. So
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I believe Diane was actually telling me a story about yesterday that you had a bride come in and they were able to call you into the store and have you actually help the bride with a veil due to a disaster situation with their veil not arriving in time for their wedding.
yes, she needed a custom length veil. She's doing this beautiful customization to her dress, and the veil that she was supposed to get, it kind of fell through. They couldn't get it in time. It wasn't going to be quite long enough, and she was in a panic, absolute panic. And so yeah, I was able to contact her, and we're going to do a custom veil for her. And I'm right here, so she doesn't have to worry about it coming from overseas, whether it be here in time or not. I'll be in constant contact with her, and she'll know the status of her veil as it is progressing.
And with you doing veils that are custom, I'm sure you get inquiries from all over the world. Are you able to Skype with people if they're not able to come to the United States to meet with you?
Yes, I could actually. I can do Skype. I can also do FaceTime.
Okay.
I can do pretty much any kind of video chat if that's
Awesome.
needed. And yeah, I mean, not just in the New England area. I can help whoever. So
That's amazing because there's so many people that want a custom veil who want to buy local, and by local I mean in the United States and not overseas. A lot of times China closes for 4 weeks, and if you need a veil and you need it now, you need to contact someone like yourself.
yes.
And as far as for the process goes, I think you were telling me earlier that it's important that you have at least, a few weeks at least for the process. It could take months though, depending on the design.
It really does depend on the design. I mean, if I'm doing something very simple like a bird cage veil or a fascinator, then, you know, a few weeks, that's really kind of like, oof, because I may be working on some other stuff for other weddings. That's not
Sure.
the only, you know, wedding that's happening. But the sooner the better. If they can give me a month's notice, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Anything other than that, it's a little on the tight side, but the earlier the better. I say when you get your dress and you decide, okay, I want to do a custom veil, I want something special, contact me then and we can go over the design process, because there's different stages in it. And, I can tell you, not every delivery is like, okay, here it is, and
Tweaks and different
that's
options.
it. There's times where like, oh, you know what, I thought of this, I know you're almost done and you're coming to bring this to me. I want to add this, or I want to change that, or can you add a blusher to it, or whatever it is. So you want to allow time for that, and again, keep in mind, it's a custom made piece. It's handmade. I hand sew everything. A lot of my materials, I make a point of sourcing from the United States.
Wonderful.
And it's very important to me, and so that you know what you're getting. But it's time consuming. So, if you have that idea, don't wait to contact me.
Okay.
And I can give you a quote. I'll have a quote to you within 48 hours.
That's wonderful.
And if I can't, I'll tell you, okay, I'm working on this, I'm waiting for this pricing. But that way you have that communication and you know where you are,
And I know I've had a few clients that I've actually sent to you. I'm a wedding planner myself,
Yes.
nightingaleevents.com. And basically, we've had brides go to you and tell you that they need something quick or within 6 months. And you've been able to do great things, send them sketches. A lot of my clients are from out of state, and they really love that they're able to talk to you on the phone, or you're able to send them a sketch and they can look at it. And when they are in town visiting family or their venue, you're able to meet with them with a moment's notice, which is amazing and very appreciative of what you do and how you do it for them. So what I would say is, if someone's thinking about getting a veil, reach out to Kristen. She's amazing. She has great ideas, and she can custom make something for you that's going to blow all your guests away. And you can meet with her at Stylish Impressions. You can meet with her at her studio space and discuss what's going to work best for you. So thank you so much, Kristen.
Thank you.
And tune in again to the Internet Wedding Channel and Under the Palms with Lisa DiBenedetto, Ask the Expert. Thanks.